doing? Welcome. Y'all, it is our April goal check-in with Team Mäksē, and I am joined by some amazing Mäksē team members. We have our founder and CFO friend up there. We have our director of operations, Chrissy, and we have our amazing team Club Mäksē mentor, Andrea. And then I'm Darian, our digital media director and host of tonight. And y'all, I hope you're ready. If you got your planners, let me know. Put it in the comments. If you got your iPad, yeah. If your planner and you got it, yeah, pull it up. Yeah. Oh, Andrea, what cover do you have on yours?
Oh, I don't have mine next to me.
I just about this cover since I was not able to get it many years ago.
Oh my goodness.
I love that cover. One of my favorites,
yeah.
It's a classic. It's a classic.
Sure.
Y'all, how we doing tonight? Or today, or if your team replay, how we doing?
Doing good.
It's been a week already. Like, it literally feels like it should be Friday already, but it's okay.
No lies.
No, we still got a whole nother day in April, and I just feel like, I don't know, I feel like April was long.
Oh my God, no, I feel like April was so fast for me. I was just talking to my friend about this. I feel like January, February, March, slow as molasses. April, like lightning.
Slow.
Okay, Andrea said slow. Okay, slow with me.
Oh,
okay.
Anybody else?
Doing very fast for me. Really fast. But I've also been doing crazy stuff this month, and I'm also like, I'm tired. I'm ready for May.
Yeah.
Okay. If you could give April, I'm like trying to tell myself April, because I want to say May. But if you could give April a number, what would you give it?
Oof.
On a scale 1 to 10.
Yeah, let us know in the comments, everyone. I don't even know how to answer that.
I feel like I've lived like 10 lives in April, so I'm gonna go with like a 7.
Okay.
Just for the sheer spirit of getting through it.
I don't know. That's just what I came up with.
I'll piggyback 7.
I was going to go 7 too. I mean, there was a lot of good that came out of it, but it was a long and tough month.
Yeah.
The whole year has been long and tough.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm going to go 6. I'm going to give April. It was a long, slow, and then I'm like, the allergies just killed me in April. Like, so I'm going with like a 6 for April. We got a lot of 7s. I see a 5. It's been a tough month. Yes, Val. Mary said 8. April's my birthday month. Okay. We have a 7, 8, 5, 6. Yes. Okay.
We're all kind of mid.
Yeah, but I think for me, like the end of the month kind of saved my month because in New Jersey, it's been so cold, like frigidly cold. And towards the end of the month, we started like hitting the 70s and like beautiful days. And I like feel myself coming alive again.
Yes. We're here in Minnesota.
I'll send some your way, but not too much.
The 70s are so good. Just love it.
Perfect.
Oh, I love that. All right, y'all. I want to know let's start off. What was your biggest win for the month of April?
I'll go first. Because I feel like I did probably the biggest thing of my entire life ever that I'll probably ever do. But my entire family, in case you don't know, my entire family and I decided in late February. So it was mid to late February where we decided that in order to position Mäksē into a position where we could kind of weather the storm of the tariffs and a lot of the business changes that are happening, that to expand the business outside of the US and to have multiple locations would be probably the smartest way to keep Mäksē going. And we've always talked about traveling abroad. It's something we've always wanted to do. Our son spent a summer in Spain 2 summers ago. We had always talked about moving back or going back to Europe. And so anyway, we decided let's do it and let's do it now. Like, I don't think I need to when I'm all in on something, I go in like 150%. So we're like, let's sell our house, our cars, all of our stuff, because we don't want to ship everything overseas. We decided that we were going to spend the summer in Costa Rica. So we landed here at the beginning of April, and we're going to be here through July. Yes, here's some photos of our amazing trip so far. I had some that I was trying to find. It was on my husband's phone, but this weekend we went sliding down waterfalls that are like, they have like you can slide down in the rocks. Like it's in the rocks. It's like built for it. It was so amazing. It hurt. You literally slide down like it's a water slide, but it's a natural waterfall. And then you fall off about a 30-foot cliff into the water below. And so we did that this weekend. But we basically picked up our entire life and moved our family to Costa Rica in less than 8 weeks. So that is probably my biggest win.
Huge win.
She said less than 8 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Sierra friend.
I know. You guys, it's crazy. I'm still like, whoa. Like Eric and I every once in a while look at each other like, what did we do? But we love it. We're so happy. I have zero regrets. I have so many things to share. All of my goal reflections tonight are all about it. It's been quite the adventure. So I can't wait to share it with you guys.
I love that. I love that. Tarina said, I finally wrote out my annual goals and did my first week of weekly actions. Hey.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Andrea, what was your biggest win?
Oof. I mean, there was a lot of lows and there was a lot of highs in April. My biggest win, and we're so excited, we signed up to have an exchange student for the next school year. And I'm so excited. I'm a little scared because we'll have an elementary, a middle school, and a high school kid in our house. But like, she sounds like she's going to fit in so well. And I'm just like over the moon excited about it. And as a bonus, it's really getting me off of my tushy to declutter, like I've been telling myself I would do for like 3 years. So I'm really excited about that too.
Oh, I love
That's
that.
awesome. Do you know where she's from?
Yeah, she lives in Germany. We are going to be taking the kids to Germany in about 2 or 3 years. So we specifically wanted someone from there so we could go and visit them, just so you know, it'd be like a full experience for them. And I can't wait.
That's awesome. Well, you have to keep us updated because that's so exciting.
That is really exciting.
I see all of those like exchange student like TikToks where there's like this one family that's had like exchange students for like a decade or something, and they always come back and visit, and they always make TikToks when they're coming back and visiting, and it just looks so nice.
That's how my son ended up going to Spain for the summer, because the family he stayed with that we did a swap were the foreign exchange student for my husband when he was in school. So and we just kept in contact with them. And so we were like, well, now we have kids, let's swap our kids. And so it's like multi-generational now. I love that you're doing that. That's so cool.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Awesome.
I can't wait. It's going to be so good.
I can't wait. You got to keep us posted on that.
Yeah.
See, what was your biggest win?
My biggest win, I ran my first 10K this month, and I was really excited about it.
I'm so proud of you.
These are like the context in these is just like non-existent, but I ran my first 10K, that one in the middle with me holding my medal. And I was really excited about it. I've also realized I will run any race that gives me a medal and bagels and donuts at the end, because I did not know there was bagels and donuts waiting for me, or I probably would have run faster. But I set a goal for context in the beginning of the year to run. I just wanted to run a few local races. And then one of the races I had my eye on was an 18-miler that's on my birthday. I live near an island, and it's like from tip to tip of the island. And it turns out it's on my birthday this year. So I was like, okay, sign from the universe. Like I have to finally do it. So I signed up for like a few like training programs and stuff. And I ran my first 10K, and it was awesome.
I love it. That's so awesome.
Okay, my biggest win. I was like, I had a whole, and I was like, you know, one thing that I'm really proud. I finished a book this month. Like, I read a book, like a fiction book. It was Oathbound by Tracy Deonn. It was the third book of the Legendborn series, And that's my win because I actually like set aside time for myself each night to like read and get in bed, get my tea, get my Kindle. And it was like a whole thing. Y'all know I had my sleep mask. I had my oil diffuser. Y'all, I romanticized the crap out of my evenings this past month. And it was just everything that my soul needed. And so, and I finished the book. The book was great. Love. I'm like, oh shoot. I'm like, where's the fourth book now? Thank you. But
I need to read that series like ASAP.
It's such a good series. It's so good. It's so good.
Will you put it in the comments?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm impressed because your word of the year was cozy. And that sounds so on brand for what you wanted your year to be. That's perfect.
It really is. And you know, after talking with Tracy, y'all met Tracy. I remember after one live, she was just like, yeah, like I love this word for you, even though I know you're uncomfortable with comfortable and contentment. And it honestly has just been such a cozy year, being content and comfortable, and I love it.
I love that.
So how has your sleep hygiene changed since you've been having this like PM routine with your books and everything?
Yeah, I would love to say that I've gotten more sleep. It depends on the night. Sometimes I'm getting my 7 hours, but usually it's about 6 if I'm being honest. But it just kind of like, I don't know, I just feel like I'm not thinking as much going to sleep. I'm just like I just have a little bit more peace, you know. And I'm not so much thinking about all the things that I got to do the next day, and it just kind of like helps ease me. It takes me out of the day, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, do things to jumpstart us in our morning routine. I feel like the evening routine helps me leave the day behind and eat something else. And so I think that's like been the biggest thing.
I love that.
Now you need a new book.
I know. If you'll have recommendations, send them.
Well, the new her name is escaping me. Kennedy Ryan. The new Kennedy Ryan book is coming out soon.
May 11th.
May 11th. Books.
May 11th.
We talked about that on our first ever monthly goals video in this YouTube channel.
Hi, Kennedy Ryan fan, y'all. Love her. Love you, Kennedy, if you're watching. All right. So those were our wins. Let's talk about what has been working for you. Has there been like systems, routines, your favorite drink, something that's just been working for you this month?
And those of you watching, don't forget to put your answers in the comments. We want to hear from you. This is a chance. Even if you haven't done your reflections yet, this counts. This counts.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh.
I guess I'll go. We can just keep going. Yeah. You know what I've noticed since I've moved here, and I don't know why, but the sun rises earlier and it also sets earlier here in Costa Rica than it does in the States. And I have been waking up at like 5:30 every day. And I am not a morning person. But that is also happens to be, that's when the sun comes up, but it's also the most active time with the birds and the wildlife here. We're literally in the jungle. And so I've been going out onto the deck and watching the birds in the morning, and it has been so amazing. And I'm like, who am I? Like, I don't get up before 8, 9 o'clock if I don't have to. Like, that is just, it's been my whole life. And so waking up early, I feel like my circadian rhythm's totally changing. And so I don't know what it is, but I'm here for it. I feel like a totally different person. I'm going to bed earlier, waking up earlier. I'm sleeping better. I have significantly less stress. I'm eating better. I am more present. It's like, I just feel, you know what it is? I think it's being in nature. Nature rules here. Nature rules. Like, you are reminded hourly that you are the minority to nature when you're in Costa Rica. I'm constantly finding creatures all over the place. And I don't know, it's really beautiful. It really kind of recalibrates you in a meaningful way. In fact, I don't know if you guys just heard that. That was thunder. We have crazy storms here. And so if I lose my internet, that's been happening a lot. But yeah, I that's what's working for me. Nature and my rhythm.
When she told me that she was turning into a morning person, you don't understand the joy I felt, because every time Sierra and I go away together, we're like the total opposites. Like she'll be up until like 2 a.m. and I'll be like in bed at 9.
Right. And then I'm on West Coast time and she's on East Coast time. So it even like further exaggerates it. Like it's just
When you said 5:30 in the morning, I said, what? Sierra at 5?
I know. It's so weird. It's so weird. But I'm totally embracing it. Shelly, I haven't seen any sloths yet. I've seen a lot of birds. I've seen some monkeys. Actually, I'm sorry. I did see a sloth as we were driving past in a tree, but not up close and personal. Not yet.
You saw an alligator too.
Yep, we've seen passing, but nothing up close. We're going to an animal sanctuary next week, so I'll definitely get a chance to see them.
I love hearing all the adventures and seeing the photos. Like
I know. I send them photos. There was a giant toad like this big in our house that we just ran. I'm like, I don't know how you got in here, but we found him, and because of the rain, he came in. It's just crazy the stuff we find. A giant moth that was like this big.
Oh
a bat. There was a bat the first night I was here. There was a bat in the house. I mean, and we're in it's a nice home. It's not open. I don't know where they come from, but they just show up.
They open the door.
Yeah.
I love this, Yarisi says, listening to the Club Moxie podcast during my commute to help me center and cut from work, listening to November and starting saying no more often. Come on, no. We bring in that no energy into April and May. Okay.
I love that.
What's been working for you, Chrissy? I'm always interested because I feel like you just always have something like where I'm like, I need to try this.
Well, I always feel like mine's like, and I said this to the girls before we started, I always feel like mine are health and wellness related. So I'm trying to branch out.
I be like, so I literally, y'all, I'm pretty sure I pester Christy. I'm like texting like, so where did you get this? I just seen your Instagram story. Like, where did you get this? And why, like, how do you like it? What's your review on this? Like, let me know before I buy it. Like, you're literally my go-to.
Okay, well, mine is work and learning related. And I feel like this month I've really tried to be more aware of like my bad habits around like working from home. Like, I feel like it's so easy to get into ruts with working from home and like just have it like it's just it's so easy just to like stay in your shell with working from home. And I think with doing like what I do and having to be creative, that doesn't lend well to doing good work. So I've just been kind of more aware of all of that. And I've been trying to go out and work at a coffee shop once a week. And that's been really great for not only like my work rhythm, like I tend to go on like a Wednesday when I feel like my energy is kind of dipping a little bit like midway through the week, but it helps like just like my mental health, just getting out and like working with people who are working in a coffee shop. Like it just feels really good. And now that it's like nice outside, like I said, I can like walk up to the beach for like a little break and like see the ocean, and it just feels really nice. So that's really been working.
Yeah, that's good. What about you, Andrea?
Mine are kind of along the same lines. My relationships and routines, I think, are what's working best right now. And I work from home too. And sometimes I just get into this like rut where I'm like, oh, I don't want to, ask this person a question because they're probably busy or, all this other stuff. And so I've been doing the same thing. I've been trying to get in like to Starbucks or into the office, even though none of my coworkers are there, just to get out of the house. Because when you're in the house, it's like you look over there and you're like, oh man, I should probably do that. And so it's nice to be somewhere else because I just remove myself from it. But my routines, I never like did anything with routines. I never cared about them. But then when I found Moxie Life, oh my gosh, I just like really went gung-ho on my routines 3 years ago. And here's my spread here. My AM routines, oh my gosh, I spent so much time doing it 3 years ago, and I listed everything out, how long each thing would take. I switched the orders of everything because I wanted it to be something I didn't have to think about. I wanted it to be habits that were just like, this is just what I do. And so 3 years later, like I make my bed every single day. Even when we were at Go Wild last year, I told the girls, I'm like, don't make fun of me. I have to make my bed. I'm just like, it's what I do. I'm a person that makes my bed. And so I just kept doing it. So that was awesome. But I think relationships. And I've been pushing myself kind of out of my comfort zone to ask people like, do you want to go do something? Or call someone on the phone, which I'm not great at because like it's hard to call people on the phone.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been good. My family relationships have been the best. I
That's
don't
awesome.
I don't know what the pivot was, but like I'm talking to my children calmly instead of like yelling at them all the time. Not that I did it all the time, but you know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
like trying to like have a different attitude and a different tone of voice.
Yeah.
Good.
I can relate to that. This month, I even like something that happened today, I found myself talking to my 6-year-old, like, just like, I mean, this sounds so bad, but like, just like a person, like instead of being like, oh, like you wouldn't understand, like actually just like answering like I would like to an adult, you know? And it was like really nice just to be like, oh, like you actually kind of like, we can have a conversation like this. And like, it's not, there's no tension or like resistance and like understanding. So I can totally relate to that.
Yeah, I've been trying to talk to my kids too, like, mommy had a really hard day. So I
Mm,
just to like give you a heads up, which I think is so cool because then they know,
mhm.
um, if I accidentally snap at them or something like that, they know that, okay, she had a bad day. And because I want them to do the same thing for me too, to let me
Yeah.
know. I'm trying to like build that habit with them so that they keep coming back to me when they get older.
Yeah.
Because I know that this is coming, that they're gonna just like shut off, and I don't want it to happen.
Oh, well, give me all the tips because my 6-year-old is in a lying phase right now, and it's really triggering me.
They grew up so fast.
I know.
Oh, I'm not ready. That's something that has like been, speaking of like working for me, is going on walks with Duke. And one thing I found is that like habit stacking is like I can go on my walks with him. I got him. I was like, here, Duke, stand still. Let me take our shadow photo. Go on walks with him, and I can listen to like a encouraging podcast, a sermon, a message, review a training, and listen to it while I'm walking with him. So I'm spending time with him. I'm getting outside. I'm also filling up my soul. And it's just kind of like, I love when it can just hit different buckets. It hits my health and wellness, my spiritual and personal growth, my personal. And then sometimes I push this little tricycle, and it's just, and we're getting quality time. And it's so,
I love that.
that's been like working. And I'm like, I got to find ways to continue to like infuse this throughout my week. So
Yeah.
something that's been working.
Amazing.
Mary said checking in with my planner as my nighttime routine and movie nights with the family. Carla said waking up at 4 a.m. and getting on my row machine so I can start with movement. Come on, you better move into your day, Carla.
Carla, you win.
Carla, that's so awesome.
Carla, what time do you go to sleep? I'm curious. I'm just being nosy. I'm being a little bit. And Joanne said, I changed up my nighttime routine by unplugging after dinner, except for reading on my Kindle in bed. We one and the same. I found myself falling asleep easier and getting more sleep. Yes.
I love that.
Carla said she is asleep before 9.
I'm impressed, Carla.
Yeah, same. Because sometimes I am, and I would never be able to wake up at 4.
Okay, so on the other side of that coin, what are some things that have not been working? If we can get honest with ourselves, what's something that maybe did not work? Maybe we had an intention to try it, it didn't work, or maybe it's like a routine or something that's no longer serving us.
I'll start because on the subject of evening routines, I noticed my evening routine just is not working. And it's another thing that I kind of noted that wasn't working is I feel disconnected from my husband more than usual this month. And I think one leads to the other. Like if I try and have my ideal evening routine, I miss out on time with my husband because he's a night owl and I'm an early bird. So I want to go to bed early. I want to like unplug. I want to read in bed. But he stays downstairs and watches TV until like 1 a.m. So I feel like when I try and do one, I'm feeling unbalanced with the other. So I'm trying to figure out like what that might look like. But also like my evening routine is just, I've noticed it's causing some of my bad habits to sneak back in. So I'm trying to kind of
tell us. Tell us your bad habits, Chrissy.
Like eating everything in my pantry. Like night snacking and forget there's a limit to my stomach. So yeah, I'm trying to figure that out and figure out like what quality time with him looks like when I'm not kind of letting that priority slip. So if anybody has any advice.
When was the last time you went on a date?
Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, I was just going to say that. So my mom took the kids overnight last week, which it turns out she actually took them overnight the night that we had the wildfires, which was scary. So I actually made them come back for a little bit and then I sent them back away because I was like, I'm a little nervous. Can you come back? But she took them for 2 nights and she said, go on a date night. But like, and this is leading to something that like I want to focus on in March, but we just like stayed in because we're just both such homebodies. Like,
it's relatable.
Like I love going out and I love getting dressed up and going out for drinks and getting food, but like he's such a homebody. So like I just like take in his energy and I'm like, oh yeah, that sounds way better. Mm-hmm. So I need to really force us to go out and enjoy being out of our 4 walls.
That's super relatable, Chrissy. I'm the same way. I can go out with my girlfriends, but like my husband's like, let's just stay in.
Yeah.
That's why we stay in.
Right. I'm the same. We're the same. Whenever we used to have date nights, we'd always be like, the kids are gone. Let's just throw on a movie.
Right. But like we literally do like the same thing even when the kids are here. Like once they go to bed, it's
yeah.
Okay, so we all need to focus on fun.
Mm-hmm. we all need to come report back that we went on a date night in May.
That is true. I do need to have
that. I need to find a babysitter.
We do need to add that.
I'll put that on my goals.
Just grab a monkey off a tree.
Okay, so what's not working is very similar to yours, Chrissy. So I'll just piggyback off of what you said. As I was like writing this, I'm like, I've realized that I'm very introverted. I love being at home. I'm a total house mouse. I could not leave the house for days on end unless I had to. Love it. I'm so okay with that. But being in a new country and in a new area, I've allowed the culture shock to kind of reinforce that a little bit more. And then also it's raining every single day. So it's like we haven't gone out and explored as often. And I've made excuses where I naturally default to being comfortable at home, but I've made more excuses to not really go out and explore as much because, it's raining or, it just feels like a lot of work, to go out or do something. And so I realized though, with the homesickness and feeling like I miss life outside of just waking up and doing what you do during the day and then going to bed. It's just monotonous. And I've realized it's totally like making life feel very dull and boring, and it's only compounding my homesickness. And so I think what I really need to focus on is not allowing the culture shock to be an excuse for not, engaging in the world more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
That's a powerful reflection.
That really is.
Especially to realize that like you're so early into your like adventure. So to realize that early on is really.
Thanks to weekly reflections, Moxie life. That's how I found it. I think it'll make a big difference. Now the key is, this is where I get stuck, guys, like honest, real talk. I'll be aware, but doing something about it before I like make it become something really painful, before it becomes like mass critical, like you have to do it now. I think building in, like I was actually talking about this with ChatGPT, because I was working through homesickness, and I'm like, I was having these really weird feelings show up, and I'm like, is this homesickness? Is that what it is? And anyway, Chat called me out on like, well, are you leaving the house? Are you going anywhere? And so Chat actually set a goal for me to go for a walk every morning and gamified it, and was like, find a rock and put it as far as you go, leave it there. And your goal is every single day to go further than the rock every single time. because I want to be in nature more, and I'm like, I'm in it. So anyway, I thought that was a really cute suggestion. So that's on my goals. I'm going to do that this next month. Isn't that kind of a cute idea?
Yeah. Cute idea.
Yeah.
And on the days you're extra tired, you could just move it an inch.
There you go. Yeah.
What's something that didn't work for you, Andrea?
Well, before I get to my real thing, I'm going to say my child walking in here and then my dog rubbing up on the power cord.
Can you see this?
Hi, friends.
Oh my gosh.
Literally rubbing against my back.
I had to mute myself to be like, get out of here. So if
Girl,
you
I'm
saw,
live.
we're live. It's real life, so it's okay.
It is, yes.
And of course, my husband went out for a walk right now. So, like we were talking about this before we came on live, and my like honest to goodness thing that's not working right now is my hormones and my body. So I'm just, I'm at that like fun age where I'm transitioning to different things, and it's a lot. I mean, it's a lot. It's like the night sweats that pop up, or day sweats, or brain fog. I have to cover up for going on live on YouTube with you guys. So I don't know. It's hard. I'm trying to give myself so much grace. So, I mean, I think that's one thing that's working. I'm like, this is just how it is. I'm going to do whatever I can to like move through it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't love it, but I think I'm doing a pretty good job with everything that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
It's also really frustrating because I feel like when it comes to like menopause and women's health, there's just not enough information. Like, I think, what did I read a statistic that was like all of the facts about like 90% of the studies that have been done health-wise have been done on men and not women. And that's like all the information that we have. And it just like enrages me.
Right.
Yeah.
And a lot of it didn't really start until the 70s.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I was listening. I can go on a tangent about this. It's fine.
I was ready for it.
I don't say it all. I've been doing so much research. Like, I know Sierra and I are very similar in that. Like, if there's something that I'm like focusing on, I can research for, a dozen hours a day and never sleep. And that might be part of my problem too. But I've been just doing all the research, finding people that are like talking to me and not trying to like necessarily sell me something. And Moxie too, there's a lot of people in the same place. Like, I love that. It's nice to be able to talk to other people that are going through the same thing, and that's the nice thing that like brings me back to Club Moxie all the time, is people are in a similar position. So I'm not sure that we're all in this position, but it's really nice to have people that get it.
Yeah, totally.
Absolutely. I love
and
that.
It's nice having ones that have already been through it be able to like chime in, give tips. I'm like, thank you.
Yes, Crystal. It's so nice to know we're not alone. And that's something, it's kind of similar. I love how a lot of us are picky. On one hand, Andrea, for me, like, it's my allergies and sickness and all of that. Like, I was like, you can go. Like, can we leave you in April, please? Do not follow me into May. You got one more day, and then you got to leave me, please. But the whole not feeling alone, I think since moving, and kind of what you said, Sierra, too, and what Chrissy said about dating, like, with moving, it's been hard, like trying to find our community. And so that's something that like just hasn't been working, like the social relationships and making new friendships. And for us, like finding a new spiritual place to grow and being plugged into a community there. And so like that is kind of like something that hasn't been working, is like relationships and like, like I can look back on my family relationship goals and I only have maybe like a few things down, and they're like maintenance, but like I really want to focus on maybe like some progress goals in that area. And like, speaking of, what area of life are we going to focus on for next month? I'm realizing like, oh, maybe my family and relation, like that's an area that I know I need to give some energy and time to. But that hasn't been working. Like, we just want to stay here at home. It's got real cozy. It's like, I love my house. I don't want to leave. Like the world is crazy.
The world is crazy. I'm sorry. I don't want to interact with anyone else. I'm curious, were you guys always this way? And those of you who are watching, did the pandemic make you, because I feel like we've heard this more, like people who were maybe always introverted or more introverted, but even the extroverts are like, I don't even want to go out anymore. And I'm curious if that changed for you. Tell us in the comments.
I don't know if it was the pandemic for me or if it was like running my sticker shop out of my house. Moving to Canada with my husband and like running my sticker shop out of my house in Canada. Like we never like experienced living alone, and also both of us working out of the home and like having our groups of friends. So it's kind of always been the norm for us to be home a lot. And then the pandemic didn't help for sure. But I don't know if the pandemic itself, because like if my friends call me up and say we're having margaritas by the pool, I am absolutely here for it. It's just me actually making the plans that's the issue.
That's just why you're an extrovert. You always said you were an introvert, but I'm like, no, you're not. I learned that after traveling with you.
Are you calling me a liar?
You're definitely an extrovert. Don't you think?
I feel like I'm both. What do they call it? An ambivert?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's always I think when the pandemic hit, y'all, I was like, let's go. I was so excited because I was running on like 150, and I was so excited that everything was just like, we're done. This got canceled. I was like, yes. And it was wonderful those first 3 weeks. And then I maybe started to get a little bit stir crazy. But I loved being at home. It made me fall in love with this concept of like the space that you inhabit at home. Like it made me fall in love with like home. So I love that for that. I'm an extrovert, but I like my time to myself. Like I very much am someone who like understands I need to recharge my battery, or like I'm here, but like I'm like Chrissy. It's always 50-50 when I do that test. Introvert, but I'm very much like an extrovert. I would, if I have to like lean, I lean more that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
That's why we travel well together too. Like when we went to California, Sierra, like as soon as you would leave our little cottage at night, like Darian and I didn't speak to each other.
We didn't. It was like
like barely. We both just kind of knew like we're done.
It was so peaceful. Like I didn't have to explain myself. It was just like, yeah.
Well, that's because you have a good relationship though. Because I think that like if you have people that get you, you don't have to say anything, and you can just sit by them, and they're not going to be like, are you mad at me? What's going on? What are you thinking about? Like you can just be with them, and that's how you know that you found your person. Like friendship wise, like any-wise. Like it's so good. Okay, can we all do that, or is it just
I think mine's turned off.
Mine's turned off.
Mine probably. I have always been introverted. I've always been an extroverted introvert. So like if I'm with my people, I can go.
Same.
But I'm going to need a lot of decompression afterwards. If I'm around people that I don't know very well or I'm not super comfortable with, it takes such a toll on me, and I have to decompress even longer. Like I just need so much time after that. But I think the best part of the pandemic was I didn't have to say no to people. I used to make myself sick thinking of reasons that I could get out of going somewhere. And I know that sounds terrible. And now I'm so good about being like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't go. Yeah. You don't get a reason. I can't go. Probably because I don't want to go, but like I don't have to say that anymore. And I don't all the shoulds. There were so many shoulds before the pandemic, and I love that like all of a sudden we just got this like free pass to only connect with the people we truly wanted to connect with. And I think that's one thing I've carried like over, which has been really nice. Like if I don't want to be with someone, like I just don't be with them.
I need to adopt some of that energy.
Come on, Andrea.
I still say yes to like too much, and then I regret it day of. And I'm like, why did I do this to us?
Oh, I do that sometimes too, but like it's stuff that I love. Like
Yeah.
I have been saying yes to things. Like if I even think about it at all, it's a no. Like if I'm on, nope, I can always come back and say yes.
If it's not a hell yes, it's a no.
It's true. It's so true.
I love that you're doing that.
Yeah. I'm like, can you just do a little detour for a second? What's your parameter or like measuring stick for how you say no? Like Chrissy, you just said if it's not a hell yes, then I'm saying no.
Oh, I'm just describing Andrea's mindset. That's not me.
I mean, I think sometimes it's a little bit different with some people.
Yeah.
There's some relationships where I have to be a little bit more sensitive and maybe say like, I can't do it now, but like maybe in 2 weeks we could do this. And then offer a little bit of explanation. And then there's people where I'm like, no, just not right now. And they're like, cool, just let me know when. So, I mean, I think it kind of matters or, depends.
Yeah.
I usually pull the husband card and I'm like, oh yeah, I'll talk to Gary about it. I'll let you know.
Eric does that. And then I'm like, if we say no, it's like, it was my no.
Right. Well, but Gary always tells me, he's like, anybody who knows me knows I will never care about anything. Like, I'm never going to be the one that's saying, no, we're not doing something.
That is a little bit like Nick too.
Yeah.
I think I got to a point where I know I need to have at least one day a week, which usually falls on a weekend, where there's no plans. And unfortunately with sports with the boys, it got really hard to do that. So I would be like, okay, we'll do the sports in the morning, but anything after that, it's a no. We'll have lunch with family, whoever comes to the game. But then I'd be like, done. I need to get horizontal. I need to read a book. I need a nap. I need to do whatever. Like I have to have one day of nothing, true nothingness, true nothingness. Otherwise I can't function. But then I started to get to a point where I'm like, I don't want to say yes to more than one thing a day. So like, I just don't, and I'll look at my week and I'm like, more than 3 social events in a week was just a big fat no for me. I don't care what it was, who it was. I'm like, nope, I just don't have the bandwidth for that. So I got really comfortable saying no. But I used to not be that way. I used to say yes to everything and then I would cancel. And I was totally known in my 20s for being the flakiest person in the world because I could never say no. I always felt so bad. But then when it came to it, I'm like, I just can't do it. And then I would feel bad and cue the shame cycle. And I'd be like, oh God, it was awful. I was so mean to myself during that time. Now I'm like, no, not doing it. Maybe sometime later.
People pleasing. Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's real.
Oh, yeah. I don't want someone to be mad at me. So, of course, I'm going to say yes.
Right.
And then I just get this like gross gut feeling.
Yeah.
I have FOMO. I just don't want to miss out on something fun.
That's so you.
That is.
It's so her. Yep. For sure. And then she usually talks me into saying yes when I don't want to.
I love that for y'all.
Is there any part of you that wants to say yes, Sierra?
Guys, she figured out the key to getting me to do things that I don't want to do. She's like, is there any part of you? Because we would be traveling. I'm like, no, you guys go have fun. You guys go have drinks. I'm going to stay back. And that was always my answer. You guys go have fun. I'm going to stay back. I'm tired. I spoke today or I have to speak tomorrow. I'm exhausted. I'm on West Coast time. I'm tired. And she'd be like, wait, hold on. Is there any part of you that wants to come? And of course it was like, yeah, I don't want to miss out, but I'm not listening to that voice. And she would pull it front and center. And then I would always say yes. And I'd go. And I always had the best time. So thank you.
Okay, but there was one time that you looked at me dead in the face and you were like, no. And I was like, but any part.
No.
Oh,
I love that. I absolutely love that. Okay.
Joanne used to have FOMO. Now she has JOMO.
Yeah.
Joy of missing out.
Yes, joy of missing out. I like that reframe. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh my goodness, that's so funny. So with that said, y'all, we have May in 2 days. Some of us may be watching the replay and it's already May. What are we looking forward to? What are we looking forward to?
I am going to Ireland for the first time in 3 years in May. I'm literally spending half the month there, which is crazy to say. So I'm really looking forward to that. And my area of life that I'm focusing on in May is family and relationships. So it's like the perfect time to do that. And I'm really excited.
I love that.
Yeah, the best time.
I'm so excited for you to go to Ireland. I remember last time you went and I was like stalking your stories and seeing your photos.
I know. I'm so excited. And I'm very determined. Now this goes against everything I just said. I'm very determined to make this vacation an actual vacation where we all get to rest and enjoy our time. Because if you guys don't know, we have a lot of family in Ireland. So when we go there, it's not really a vacation. It's more of a tour around Ireland to see everybody's family. So I'm very excited to have some more boundaries this time around.
Yeah.
You
You got to write them down. Write out your boundaries. Be like, these are the only people that we're going to hang out with this day. And then we're going to do this with just our family.
I'm going to write down all my boundaries and I'm going to passive aggressively send it to all my family.
Can you bring me back some chicken sausage though?
Some chicken sausage.
The sausage that you're always talking about in Ireland.
Oh, that's pork sausage.
Oh, I thought it was chicken. Dang it. Well, bring me back food. Food that's not pork.
I'll send you some chocolate. You don't want sausage. Okay. I'll send you some chocolate.
Food is my love language. I'll just like bring me back some food from Ireland, please.
I'll bring you back some
chocolate that I had in Ireland was just.
Oh my God, it's so good. It's so good. And I'm gonna like bring back like 20 pounds of butter because tariffs on butter are about to get real expensive.
Yeah.
Oh my God, tariffs.
Judy said she's excited about time to be outside. Crystal said, I'm excited about Go Wild Indy next month. I've never been to Indiana before and just getting together with my planner friends. Have so much fun. If you're in Indiana, because, you know, I'm from Indiana, go walk the canal. It's really nice. You can do like a boat ride on the canal if you want. It's one of my favorite things to do downtown. Visit Mass Ave. Mass Ave is your street, Crystal. That's your street. That's where you want it. Let's go have some really good food. They're going to take care of you on Mass Ave. Okay. All right. That's my 2 cents. Okay. Sierra, what you looking forward to for May?
We are moving to another part of Costa Rica. So right now we're in Uvida and we're going to the Guanacaste coast. So kind of the northwest side, which is not as jungly. So it's a little bit more beachy, a little bit more dry. And so I'm kind of looking forward to, we're going to be within walking distance, like a half a mile away from the beach. And so I'm looking forward to spending more time in nature, like actually getting out of the house like I'm supposed to.
I love that. What about you, Andrea?
May is, I think, one of the most beautiful months in Minnesota. Everything is just starting to bloom again. And then I start getting all of I have always been the worst gardener ever. And the last couple of years since the pandemic, really, I got into gardening and I'm good at growing tomatoes so far. I wish I could accidentally grow things like Chrissy does, though. That would be really great.
God, I'm just coming across as this crazy person tonight.
You do need to explain because you did have a total amazing accidental garden.
I was thinking about the pumpkins the other day. I was like, I tried to grow pumpkins the last 3 years, and then I was like, Chrissy can do it. She didn't even try.
I didn't even try corn, pumpkins, potatoes.
I mean, Chrissy.
Bunny rabbits.
Is there nothing you can't do? I mean, you make your own bread from scratch.
She's just
I made brown bread for the first time this month. Whole wheat bread because I'm trying to be healthy.
Help me. Come help me, please. I love that. Ooh, okay, May. Y'all, my family's going to be here in 3 weeks. My mom, my dad, my brother, my auntie, they're all coming down because my god sister's getting married at the end of this month. And so it'll be nice to be around family. And just that's when I'm going to schedule my date night. If my mom is watching this right now, which she probably is, be ready to watch your grandchild. Be ready to watch your grandchild because me and Robert are gonna do a date night while y'all are in town for the week. And so I think that's what I'm looking forward to is like seeing them, but also just putting ourselves back out there and forming new relationships. And so just going to social events.
Yeah.
I feel like if I can say yes to one a week, maybe that's our start. Maybe that's our start of just like one new outing event. And so for us to just get out and meet people and make new friends. So I'm really looking forward to that for this month. Yeah.
Marian, I read when we were looking at, the move-in stuff, I read that it could take up to 2 years on average before you really feel like your new place is your home. Chrissy, you just went through that. How long have you been in New Jersey?
Yeah, I was going to say, like, it was really hard in the first few years. I've been here 3 years. No, 4 years. 4 years this year. It was hard. I mean, I was gonna say it got easier when my kids started going to school and went on the bus, and like I could talk to people at the bus stop, and they were playing outside, so we would all like kind of like mingle. But it was hard, and I kind of got to a stage where I was like, you know what, like and honestly, this is probably like the mindset shift that changed everything. So maybe this is helpful. I got to a stage where like I felt like I was putting so much external pressure on making this place my home by finding my people and like finding new friends. And I was like, you know what? Like, I just need to focus on like my four walls and like, what can we do to make this feel like our home? And how can we like solidify our family unit in this new place? And then like, it kind of just became easier to like attract the right people and just kind of fit in a little more. Cause I guess I wasn't trying so hard to do it. I don't know. Yeah, but it does take a while. Yeah.
Being patient with myself. If y'all know me, that's so hard for me. I just want to.
But I feel like you also need to give yourself some more credit because like you're going to dance classes, like you're going out in the community, like you're trying to find like your church and stuff. Like, I mean, you're not doing nothing. You know.
I just gotta like let go of my timeline.
Yeah.
Like you're in the weed and all this stuff is happening underneath the ground. And pretty soon you're gonna see everything come above ground. So
is there a book club you can join?
Come on, Andrea. I know. I was like, wait, that was a whole word. Oh,
sorry, I totally ruined the moment.
You're perfect. I love it. I do need to look into a book club. I really do.
Well, also, my friend who didn't have friends in our neighborhood started the book club here. And that's how I've made some of my close friends.
Oh, y'all, okay. So there's this thing I really wanted to try. But it's called a silent book club. And so,
oh my God, no, I've seen this.
It's so good. You all bring your books to the same location and you all just read your books. Like, so you're literally just with people reading, and then afterwards you socialize and talk, but you have like 30 minutes to an hour where you're reading your own book and you're just around other people who are reading, and then afterwards you like talk about like, oh yeah, this is what I'm reading, or checking out this. And they go to like different, and they support like small businesses and independent bookstores, and they like travel around in different cities have them. So I really do want to check out like silent book club. Like,
that's fun.
Isn't that?
Friends and we send each other those reels all the time that we want to do a silent book club, and we want to go to the book bar that's in Brooklyn. There's a book bar where you bring your book and you can get a cocktail and everybody is just sitting reading.
Oh,
yeah. That sounds like a dream.
Those are my people.
I know. I'm like a glass of wine and a book. I mean, that's the perfect night.
Wow. That sounds absolutely lovely. Oh my goodness, y'all. Okay, Carrie said my library has silent book club. Check out your library and see if they have it too. Will do.
I love that every time we talk about books, everybody gets excited in the comments.
I know. Books are our love language around here. It's definitely one of them. Okay, before we get ready to round out, I just want to know, what are you encouraging yourself in May? Like, I know for me, it's giving myself grace and being patient with myself. So one thing that I'm like letting go of is I'm letting go of my timeline and being patient with myself.
Mhm.
So at the end of the May, I want to be able to look back and say, we let go of our timelines and it was great.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I feel like I want to let go. Like my area of life focus is family and relationships, and I feel like my rigidity towards certain goals has held me back from saying yes to doing things with my kids, or like just saying yes to like family like date nights or like fun things. So I want to let go of that rigidity and like just give them the easy yes. Like if they ask for something and I really don't want to do it, like just say yes. Like just go out for dinner, bring them to the arcade, even if you're tired, you know, like because I want the memories and I want them to like be experiencing that too. So
Yeah.
I love that. The easy yes.
The
That's
easy-
yeah.
Mhm. So I was trying to figure out which areas of life I want to focus on, and I couldn't like nail it down to one or two. So I think I'm going to go personal because in May, I think May is like my January because it's starting to be nice out in Minnesota. The days are getting longer. I just feel this like renewed energy that's starting to come. And so I've been thinking about this a lot lately. Just going back to like I can't remember if we did this in club or if it was a conversation I had, but like when was your happiest time? When was the most joyful time that you had? And I was thinking, I'm like, it's when I was waking up early and I was going out for a walk and I was watching the sunrise. Like I used to have my alarm set for like 20 minutes before sunrise so I could see the sunrise and then get a snapshot of it.
I
So
remember when you used to do that.
it was like the best. I've been struggling to wake up before 6, so it's been really hard, but I'm like, okay, it's time. It's time. So like my first thing is I have 3 30-ounce water bottles that I fill up every single morning and I put them on my desk and I have to get rid of them by the end of the day. So if I'm drinking my water and I'm waking up and I'm going for that walk in nature to see the sunrise, like I know that the rest of my day is going to go better. So that's kind of like that's my big goal. And then declutter my house because there's too much stuff here.
I love that.
So, but it started with
I'll send
making
you a text every morning to make sure you're awake before 5.
that'll be 6 your time, so that works.
Yeah.
I love that for you.
Right? Well, thanks.
I love it.
I would say for me, I'm always, it's like once I accomplish a goal or a certain milestone in life, I have a tendency to be like, okay, what's next? And I don't pause and sit in the effort, the reverence, the rest that's often needed to really like be like, okay. And I've done some really massive things this year, and I don't think I've given enough space to really like honor it and all aspects, right? It's like I've known what's been propelling me, but it's like there's little moments where the losses of everything that we've let go of and like the grief around that shows up, and I'm like, I haven't created enough time and space for that to show up and to really honor it, I think, in the way that that it deserves. So I'm just really going to let myself be still. That's kind of, I think, that so that I can see what bubbles up. The hope, the joy, the sadness, the grief, all of it, the fear, the excitement. I want to be more expansive emotionally.
Oof,
By the way, I just happened to see a little text come through. We have a little watcher. Hi, Cameron. My 9-year-old is watching, and so he wanted to know if we would say hi to him. So yes,
Yeah, your mom owes you a PS5.
Hi, Cam. How's it going? Oh my God, I love that. I love that. Y'all, I love this. I loved our time together. I love hearing how we showed up in April and what we're carrying with us in May. Some of our community members popped on, and Kristen had said, I'm going to hold on to what I believe I'm supposed to do and let go of other people's opinions that sway me or talk me out of that. I'm so here for that. Crystal said, this month I'm encouraging myself to slowly make changes and adopt new habits to improve my health instead of trying to do everything at once. Slow and steady. Yes, 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 yes. Oh my goodness, y'all. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope everyone has a great, great, great May. And we'll actually be back here in a couple weeks. We're going to have another Live Differently conversation. And so feel free to join us in a couple weeks. But y'all have a great day, and we will see you next time. Love you. Bye-bye.